Hello everyone, here I am today doing this quick video about the toilet seat issue that some people have in their Surveyor Legend 19BHLE. And this may be relevant to other people in other trailers that have a similar layout in their bathroom. The problem is that I guess when the factory installed these seats, or these toilets, they didn't line them up in such a way that would allow for the toilet seat cover or toilet cover, whatever it's called, to open all the way. The way mine was, or the way ours was when we first got it, was that it would only open this far. And the reason for that was because the toilet was pointed closer toward, or pointed toward the door a little bit more. Basically, it kind of lined up with this edge here. And that didn't work, you know. The toilet seat itself, or the cover, was angled downward a little bit, and if you're using the toilet, you know, this thing was stabbing you in the back, and it wouldn't have been comfortable. So what I ended up doing was I moved the flange, and I guess it's called clocking the flange, in such a way so that it pointed closer to the shower, or pointed, the toilet itself pointed closer to the shower. And what that involves is basically moving the bolt points, or the bolting points, to the flange that's installed on the trailer, and just kind of rotating that clockwise a little bit. So what this will involve will be you moving the toilet, removing the toilet first of all, and also removing the flange. And we're not going to do that because I already did it. But I mean, I will remove the toilet so you can see the flange. But to remove the toilet, what you'll need to do is remove these two bolts. There's two of them, one on each side. And though they're under this cover, so if you don't see the shiny metal, it's because they're under these little plastic covers. So just pop those covers off and undo the bolts. And then you just pull your toilet and put it around here in front of this cabinet here. There's enough slack. If for some reason there's not enough slack, I would recommend you just go ahead and push the toilet that way in this little cubby area here as much as you can, and feed the line back in there. I mean, there's plenty of slack for you to push it back in or pull it out or whatever. So I'll show you how that happens. Let me see if I can get a good angle of it. Yeah, I'll just hold it. Let's do this. And two things to be aware of. If you've used a toilet before, you might run into some stuff. What kind of stuff? I have no idea. I mean, obviously you have an idea, but I don't want to communicate it here. And the other thing too is that you're gonna maybe encounter a little bit of water, so just, you know, be aware, have a rag to clean it up. So there's a flange, and as you can see, there's a little bit of water because we've used it in the recent past, and hopefully that's all that's in there. I'm afraid to turn on the light, but you see those bolts there, or those screws, those are all kind of like big fat wood screws. And what I did is I undid all of those, and I turned the flange clockwise a little bit so that the toilet seat would open all the way. And that's what you need to do. You need to unscrew all of those, move the toilet flange again, rotate it clockwise a little bit until you find the desired point where your toilet seat opens to where you're comfortable with it, and then just bolt everything back down. And you know, again, here's the flange, it's plastic, and these slots hold your toilet bolts and stop them from rotating, so that when you know, put the screws back on them or put the nuts back on them, you're good to go. And that's it. So if you know, one other point of contention here is this wood, I mean this floor of ours, and then Surveyor Legend 19BHLE 2021. I don't know if this is a matter for 2022, but probably is. It is made of 2 layers of Luan, one on the top, one on the bottom, and in between it's sandwiched with, I guess, a piece of foam. So don't torque those too much. If you do, they're just going to skip through the foam, and you're not going to have any adhesion of this flange to the floor. So just I would recommend, you know, you kind of just drill a small pre-drill hole, a pilot hole, just to be able to put this back in, and just screw it in by hand. You should be able to, no problem. I think that's what I did. I don't even think I did a pilot hole. I just kind of went for it with a screwdriver. So that's all you got to do. And after that, your toilet seat should open fine. So if you have any questions, just drop me a line on Facebook or write me something on the message, and I'll try to communicate on whatever it is you need. Thanks. Take care.